All right, guys, another little Training Tuesday tip for you, and I thought this would be a unique opportunity to talk about shutdown dogs who have been trapped. So this is one of our dogs who was caught, is clearly very afraid, and has been in this crate since being caught. This dog is very scared, very timid, shaking, and is feeling a lot of pressure. So I just wanted to go over a few things that folks do that are oftentimes incorrect when it comes to dealing with shutdown dogs. Number one is you are pressure. Human beings to a shutdown dog, your energy, your vibe, your physicality, all of it is pressure to a dog that is shut down. And no matter if you soften yourself, if you try to convince yourself you're the most wonderful, softest, gentlest, if you position yourself right in front of this dog while it's experiencing that, and you start putting your hands, your body, all of yourself into its personal space, it's only going to get shut down more, and it could result in you getting bit. A lot of times we think our energy is going to solve this dog, is going to bring this dog out of its funk, and the reality is this dog is going to gain self-esteem through its own actions that we can help facilitate and manifest, but nonetheless it has to come from this dog himself. So the first thing that we do when we're dealing with dogs like this is we don't ever address them head on. You always want to be at the side. You don't want to be putting that incredible pressure on. So what I want to do is open ever so slightly and see what the reaction is. Because the whole goal here is just to get this dog on a leash. That is the only goal. We're not trying to do anything crazy or too exciting. It's just to get this dog on a leash and to hopefully use its nose. As you can see, he is all eyes, all ears. You can see his ears are perked up and his eyes are fired up. So he is all about fear right now. He's not even using his nose. When a dog is where he's supposed to be temperamentally, they're interpreting the world through scent. He's not lifting his nose. He is just all ears and eyes and shaking. The other thing is, this dog can smell me. So another common misconception folks make is I gotta put my hand right up to this dog's face. And this dog interprets everything as a threat. If I go put my hand up to its face, it's gonna interpret that as a threat, nothing kind. And it's gonna potentially set me back with this dog. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just spend time. I'm talking to Paul, he and I are just having a conversation. I'm just existing in this dog's radius. We're just here, we're hanging out. So ideally what you would like to do is just spend time, just exist there. Get this dog used to your scent, used to the fact that you're not gonna harm it. This dog has an out, the door's open. So there is, it's processing some things. The other thing you don't wanna do, and why I have my sunglasses on, goes back to pressure. Shutdown dogs don't need any more pressure from their humans, and they're gonna get it a lot from your eyes. That's one of the reasons why Caesar talks so much about no touch, no talk, no eye contact. Why you don't want to touch, talk, or make eye contact with a shutdown dog is because it's just going to provide more and more pressure. It's just too much. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll just put the leash in there for them to get comfortable with, something for them to smell. This is something that I'm going to have on this dog's neck, so I want to at least let the dog smell it and try to get comfortable. I'm going to remove the water just so that there's a little bit more space. But I'm telling you, if I would have sped up this process, opened up this kennel, went in, grabbed the dog, I most likely would have gotten bit, and this dog would have been in a much worse situation for its next encounter with human beings. So I think he's going to be leash ready. So I'm going to go ahead and put the leash in. And you always want to go, and I'm keeping in mind body language and eye contact and the rest of it. But I want to be as gentle as possible. So there's a few important things. One, how my body is presented. I'm presented to the camera. I'm not presented in the way that I'm blocking this dog's out. So I'm giving him some options. I'm not putting all this pressure on with my eyes or with my body. This is exactly what I wanted to have happen. I didn't go in and force it. I let him come to the decision on his own. So now I don't have to reach in there. I'm not pulling him out. This is a shutdown dog. This is a dog that we're having a serious time with, and he's developing self-esteem on his own through action. This is what it's about. You provide them the opportunity, and they have to follow through themselves. So I'm just going to make sure the leash is on properly, and you can see he's not quite shaking. This is the other thing that's very important. Folks feel the need to be affectionate. They feel the deep need to be affectionate with dogs that are shut down. And they come over the top. They want to pet on top of the head. Very, very, very big no-no. Most animals, the way they're killed in the wild is through the back of the neck. When an animal, a predator, goes for you, they're going for your neck. So always you come from below. You come from a place that's less intimidating, of less dominance. So if I want to pet this dog, I'm going to come in here and I'm looking for ears. I'm looking for ears and eyes and how that dog is interpreting this touch. If his ears went back a bunch and he wasn't enjoying this, he wasn't leaning into it, I wouldn't continue the touch. And I'm starting out really slow. I'll usually do a little eye clean. Again, I keep my glasses on when we do this just because I don't want him to feel undue pressure. And then here we have it. Baby boy on his own. This is what we like to see. Coming out on his own, moving forward, did not need me to do it for him. That's what I'm talking about. Way to go, buddy. Good job, my man. Now he's still giving me a little bit of side eye, so I'm not going to be too affectionate. I don't want to push it, but this is a big victory. Slow yourself down. Don't apply a lot of pressure. You got all the time in the world, because right now is how we finish this. Everything is about finishing and training. I don't want him to associate this crate with something negative. So he's got to go back in here right now. Crating is very important. It's such a critical tool for a dog to have in its arsenal, so to speak. So I don't want him to think that the crate is an unsafe place. So I got to put him back in the crate. And then let him back out. Good boy. And then put him back in. Good boy. Good boy. I mean, this is very much a bit of a different dog than we had when we first started this. So some of the things are very well intended. Some of these little peccadillos that we have, like putting our hand up for dogs to sniff, or petting them on top of the head, or wanting to use our voice or eye contact. But if we can just let a few of those little bad tendencies, if we can just let go of those, so much progress can be made for shutdown dogs.